Hey, how are you today? So, I am gonna do like a faster live today than like I usually do, because I've just like had a lot, happening. But I will be doing another live today on YouTube. Well, today, obviously not at this moment because I'm here. Sign language and speaking, Anywho, okay, so I'm gonna be doing another live. Hi Abdul, how are you? I'm gonna be doing another live today on YouTube. It's gonna be about comparing kind of like the differences and the similarities between Alexander Graham Bell's memoir upon the formation of a deaf variety of the human race. And then I'll also be doing comparing that to familysearch.org. So that's going to be what we're going to be doing tonight. So, but for now, I wanted to talk about the feast and famine. That's opposite of what I said, but the feast and famine cycle of business. So that's what we're going to be talking about a bit. And before I did that, though, I did just wanted to talk. I do have a loyalty program for members. If you sign up at noladeafchild.com/loyalty, you get points for being here in the live. And so, that gives you discounts in my store. And then you even get like every, I think 300 points right now is $30 off. So just by coming to my lives, you can get free things from my merch store, or discounts, for free classes and things like that, or discounts on marketing help or whatever. So that's a thing as well. So yeah, I'm going to do some clickies, buttons. I don't know, figure out how to change, because I feel like I always forget every time like I do a live. How are you, Rohil? How are you today? How are you today, Hamza? Thank you for joining me. I always forget like which buttons to press to change the picture, so I'm going to figure that out, and then we're going to be talking about marketing. Okay, I think I figured it out. I'm about to see if I can change this. Okay, so to get to this point, all of the lives that we have talked about before this have been about getting clients to your store. Okay, so this one, hi T11, thank you for joining me today. So this one is all about what happens when you're getting clients, and what happens when sometimes you have clients, but not all the time. So that's like a thing too. So often, and it's usually when you're first starting out with business, but it can be like any time that there are obstacles in business, this can kind of come up, or it can be based on seasonality. But basically, the feast and famine cycle of business is the period or the cycle of time between customers that you have people where you have time where you have a lot of people coming and you've got a lot of work to do, and then you'll have times where there's no one there, right? Or you have no purchases, no sales, you're struggling, hard time. So in between those two issues, it's like, how do you bridge that gap, right? Because when you're getting new clients and you're doing all of this work to get new clients, it takes a lot of work to close them. And so at that point, you can be doing all of this work to close the clients you get once you start getting them. And then at that point, you're not doing more work to do lead acquisition because you're trying to take care of the people you have. And so whenever you get there, it can be this weird cycle after that. When that customer is gone, there can be this dead period where you then have to figure out getting customers again, and it starts over. That can be an issue for small businesses, or it can be based on seasons, like if you are a water park, and like all of that. Hi Dre, how are you today? Oh, hi Alyssa, how are you? Yeah, so if you're a park and all fucking that, like, and you've got like seasonal people coming when they come based on like the summer or so, then that can really impact your business, and there will be not much you can do in the winter besides perhaps maybe like special events. You look for different ways to book. And so we're going to also go into that too. So basically, with the feast and famine cycle, that is the period where you're in a business and you're not sustainable. That's where you often see like how businesses have to do a lot of cuts, It's because they're in a feast and famine cycle. And so breaking that is how you maintain sustainability for your business. And so that's why I think it's so important to share that. And then 3 articles that I'm going to list on YouTube whenever I share this live there later, that I got these 3 graphics from, are, let's see, so the top one is from Diana Lidstone. The middle one is from the CEO Collective. Hi, Hannah Chi. Sorry if I said that wrong. And then the third one is from Small Business. I can't read I think it says Success Skills. I can't read it though for sure. But yeah, so that's where these 3 graphics are from, and I'm going to link these posts on YouTube later, so you can see like more of the information, and they explain in detail a little bit more about how it works with the feast and famine cycle and how to break out of it, more specifically. And so this picture, let's see, is from duckfun.com. And it's about how to avoid it altogether, how to not even have to deal with it. And so, as we were discussing how there can be different reasons why you even have a feast and famine cycle to begin with. Hi Stormwolf, how are you? But yeah, so identifying why can help you then like plan, things to do to basically kind of counteract it. And then from there you can identify like who would be your ideal, buyer. Right? So like with the water park, example, that could be like, if, you have no like sales in the winter, then you can do like parties, right? Like that's where you can do special events, right? Something like that. And then you set up a marketing strategy for that brand positioning. If you're in music, there's like there can be, people always need music in some ways, but there will be, like in the summer, a lot of the tours happen then because people who have, money, they'll be able to, take off for vacation, when their kids are outside of school, right? And so then they're gonna go. Thank you for the follow, Alyssa. And then so they're gonna go fucking and go on vacation, go on tour. That's like a common thing that people will do when they have the funds, you know, things like that. So part of it can also be about planning, and then you can use that. You can use getting those people to come then to let them know when are your slower shows going to be. You can promote your slower shows and not worry about promoting your busier ones because they're going to be taken care of already. So things like that. And then evergreen. So there's different types of marketing campaigns. So evergreen is when your marketing strategy is always going to be relevant to do. Like it's never limited by time or anything like that, you know, like it's not a discount, it's not a seasonal offer, you know, it's something that always happens, that's always good to do. And this is important because when you figure out how to market yourself in a sustainable way all the time, that's not limited to a specific campaign, what you do is you test campaigns. From there, you strategize what's working, what's not, and then when you see what's working, you scale that. Okay, so that's how we grow, and you kind of can get out of that feast and famine cycle. And then with improving your online marketing, a lot of times the biggest, you know, mistake I kind of see people do is they don't even look at their analytics, and then, oh, hi Trey, how are you? And they don't even know like what's happening, you know. So the first thing I would say for improving your marketing is to track your numbers, see what people want from you, and what is keeping people on board with you. And so that's going to help you. And I use Google Analytics to track the numbers on my site. But yeah, so let's see here. I'm going to look for another picture. I thought I had it pulled up. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go take a screenshot of a picture real quick. I had tried to pull up a better picture of this, but it doesn't like me today. Okay, so this is why it's so important for... I think I accidentally invited someone as a guest to join. That was my bad. I didn't mean to do that. But this graphic is from Freelance Success. And it's just about why it's so important to take care of the feast and famine cycle. And the most important thing about that is consistent workload means consistent, you know, money coming in. And it's just about being able to predict like how much that, you know, you're gonna have. And that's kind of the main point about considering where your own business is in terms of the feast and the famine. I did that opposite again. Like cycle. Hi Reese, how are you today? So yeah, I don't have too much more to say. Like I said, this is gonna be more of a fast live because, I went out last night and things. Let's see. I'm going to. Oops. Wrong buttons. Okay, so just to wrap up the live, it's gonna be posted on YouTube later, and it's gonna have all the links and all the graphics are gonna be there for you to see. Hi Moose, how are you today? So that's all gonna be there. The loyalty program, you get discounts when you sign up, and you also can access my Discord server. And that is where you can ask me about anything marketing, business, sales related, and I'll get back to you when I can. Deaf issues as well. And again, with the whole feast and famine cycle, I have more information about all of that on my blog, but that is part of the paid portion of my blog in the Company Cookbook. But if you join my affiliate program, you can access that for free. So that's free for affiliates with me. And with the affiliate program, you get 30% of whatever deals that you refer. So that's a thing too. And yeah, so it's a simple concept. I only had one concept to talk about today, so it's like once you're like, okay, well the thing is the thing, you know what I mean? But if y'all have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer. I'd love to talk to you about that. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Like, it just means a lot, because I know it's like a lot of people, they just don't care about marketing because it's just not fun. So I get that, but yeah, thank you for coming. It means a lot. But I'm gonna do another live tonight at 8 o'clock Central Time on YouTube. So I hope to see you there if you're watching now. And if you're watching this premiere on YouTube or watching this later on YouTube, then I will link the live that I'm talking about in the video description if you do want to check it out. But yeah, thank you for joining me, and I hope y'all have a good day.